Dear Diary, this is part 3 of Delfino has CXB falsely arrested and destroys his life even more than she has already destroyed his life. Catchy title. Shh. So we're at Theater for the New City. It is a 3-day music festival Memorial Day weekend in 2010. It's day 2, Saturday afternoon. I've gone to see Super Cute, and they're not on yet, so I'm talking to Joey Gay out in the beautiful sunshine, and Delfino walks by. Yikes, she has a restraining order against me. Now, I'm not breaking any law, and it's not against the law for me to be there when she walks by. She's performing in the festival, and so am I. I'm playing on day 3. I'm playing Guitar Sorcery behind Master Lee, a little Chink Floyd action. And so Joey Gay, I explained to him what's going on. And I said, you should come and see Super Cute. They're really good. You know Rachel. This is her new band. You should come and see them. He's like, okay, I'll go and see a couple moments of it. So we go in. We're all in the theater. And then Delfino comes into the theater to watch a minute of Super Cute. Now, remember, she has threatened to punch out the leader of Super Cute, Rachel Trachtenberg, in the past. She used to be friends, and Rachel used to love Jessica, and Jessica used to love Rachel. But Jessica did so many nasty things, even to the Trachtenbergs, that they disowned her. And so Jessica came in, and then she left. My fear was that she was going to try and fuck with me, but whatever. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not breaking any law right now. I'm not even closely breaking any law. So then after the show, we're all in the big giant lobby, and we're all talking. I'm saying, that song was good. Talking shop and stuff. And fans are coming up to them, buying CDs and things like that. We're all talking. A bunch of us, Super Cute, Tina, Alec, Dave Monroy, who turns out is doing tech in the festival. A friend of ours is one of the techies for one of the stages. And we're all talking about whatever. And then Delfino walks by, and she's hovering around us, and I'm starting to go, uh-oh. I say to Tina Trachtenberg, Tina, can you remind Jessica that she can't be near me? She has a restraining order. Jessica then marches up to us and says, you can't be here. You can't be here. I'm going to have you arrested. You can't be here. You can't be harassing me. It's like, are you nuts? I'm here talking with my friends, and you walked over. Do you not notice that? I'm sitting down talking to my friends, and you just came over. And she made a huge scene and then stormed off. Whether to go get the police or what, we didn't know. But it was like, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Psycho's out of control. And Dave Monroy is there, and he's like, oh yeah, she's been fucking crazy all week. He's like, she's been working on the festival, and they say they're not letting her back next year. She's just a terrible psychopath. I'm like, oh, you don't say. And so we split. We all then split and go play outdoors and things like that. But then I tell everyone. I tell Tina and Rachel, who are at this point were still my best friends in the world and my favorite people ever. And I tell them and Master Lee. Because he's coming tomorrow. We're playing at 4 p.m. And I say, Master Lee, big problem. Delfino did some psycho shit today. There is a 100% chance she is going to try and stop me from playing guitar behind you tomorrow. So be warned. She is going to try and sabotage our set. Because she doesn't want me to be allowed to play guitar anywhere. Because when I play guitar, everyone loves me, girls love me, and she doesn't want any of those things to ever happen. She wants me to live the rest of my life in misery, so I'll always regret having broken up with her. She will be in love with me for the rest of her life. Even strangers, even females from around the world, when they hear she keeps having me arrested 3 years after I broke up with her, they all say the same thing, first thing out of their mouth. She's still in love with you. You think? Sometimes, see, that's another reason why it's not so great being the most awesome person of all time. I wish Delfino could get over me. It's not, there's maybe a little bit of flattery in there, but I already knew I was the greatest human being of all time, starting when I was a little boy, so I don't need the flattery. I already worship myself, thank you very much. I have the highest self-esteem of any human in history, no joke. And if you knew me half as well as I know me, you'd have the highest self-esteem for me too. Ouch. I hope the courtroom or court hallway reverb is not too much for you. Where were we? Ladies and germs. So, I tell Tina and Rachel, I say, can you guys please come tomorrow and be my bodyguards? Delphino's going to do some crazy shit. I know she is, and I need bodyguards, both as eyewitnesses for when if she does fake arrest things like that, or whatever. Even just to stand between me and Delfino. Delfino's a fucking dangerous psychopath. Tina and Rachel agree to. Plus, they love the drama. And they like to see Jessica go psycho. So, the next day, hour before the show, whatever, Master Lee calls me and he says, I got a call from Delfino. I didn't answer. Now, she's never called him before. We know why she's calling him. She's calling him to try and stop me from being able to play guitar. It's like I have ESP, almost. So, it's like, well, we're only doing a fucking 7-minute set, so we're gonna have to get in there. I'm gonna have to fucking lay low. We're gonna get it because it's not organized that well. We know we were doing the poetry stage. We didn't know what stage that was, and we knew that we would be very welcome in the poetry stage because everyone else is reading poems, and we're doing something that's psychedelic, gorgeous, funny, smart, profound. They're gonna worship us. We steal every show we're in. Stealing a poetry show is even easier. They're gonna want us to not leave the stage. All right, so this isn't like a gig I even want to blow off, even though I'm not being paid for this gig. So I get there, find out where it is, slip in the theater. We ask them, we ask the people running, it's like, can you put us on first? Because we gotta run. Plus we had a second gig at Galapagos, like 2 hours later. So we knew Delfino was gonna come on the hunt. So it's like, let's get in and out. Let's rock it, and let's get the fuck out as fast as we can. So I'm hiding in the theater, way in the back of the theater, I got my guitar, my pedals and stuff, trying to get shit ready. It's like, I say, all right, we're going to go on second. So get ready. He's like, and then all of a sudden, they're like, she's here. Fuck. They're like, hide. So I'm hiding in the back. Get my stuff ready. And the four of them, Master Lee, his wife, Larkin, well, then his girlfriend, Larkin Grimm, who's a great musician and also badass psycho herself, and Tina and Rachel. Tina is actually not a psycho. Tina is one of the few females you'll meet in your life who is not a psycho. Rachel is starting to grow into a psycho, and Rachel has violently assaulted me in the past for smoking pot. She smashed her dad's bongs. I mean, that's not promising. And so the four of them go out to the lobby to try and reason with Jessica and to buy me time so I can get my shit ready, and then we can hit the stage and then get the fuck out of there as fast as possible. I wasn't out there, but everybody told me what happened was they tried to reason with Jessica, and it was impossible. She just kept saying, he's got a restraint order. He can't be here. No. And they're like, why are you fucking here then? If he's harassing you, why don't you fucking go away and get a slice of pizza, or fucking, why are you here? Because I have a friend who's going to be in the show. It's like, okay, well, we're about to go on, so, you can just wander away for 10 minutes. It's like, no, he can't be here. And there's nothing they can do about it. Larkin finally has to take charge. And Larkin, who's fucking super take charge kind of person, super alpha male, she is the rare female who is more psycho than Delfino, bigger than Delfino, meaner than Delfino, and more powerful than Delfino. Delfino could kick most girls' asses, but Larkin can kick Delfino's ass. And Larkin says, listen, my boyfriend is about to go on stage, and he needs to prepare for what he's going to do, because he usually improvises, and so do I. And we're brilliant, but, you want to have your head on straight before you perform. So she says, my boyfriend's about to perform, and he does not need this fucking bullshit right now. So you either go away for 10 minutes, or I'm going to fucking punch you in the fucking face. Delfino, of course, suddenly not so strong and threatening and tough. She leaves. We perform, we filmed it, it's incredible. We're amazing. The crowd loves us. Huge applause. We then run the fuck out of that theater as fast as we can. Did I do anything wrong in that situation? No. But I went to jail for 7 days. Pretty wacky, huh? That was what I was arrested for. On the ferry a week later. No, that was a month later. That's, especially, it was a legitimate complaint, right? I violated order of protection. Well, you'd wait a month. Remember, she didn't file the complaint the day later or a couple days later. She did it after I sent out another email exposing what she did. And so to say, you told the truth, I'm going to fucking crush you. I'm going to punish you by any means necessary. The very fact that the detectives didn't notice, well, you're coming to us and complaining about this incident that happened a month ago. It doesn't sound like revenge at all. No, it sounds like there was a crime and you just didn't feel like reporting it for a month. No, that's totally legit. These two detectives should be fucking punished. But they will never be punished. They committed federal crimes and they will not be punished. Because the bad guy always wins and the nice guy always loses. Even every time in my life when I've won, I've actually lost, if you look closely. Just like when they say, you ask anybody who won World War II, every moron on earth, except me, because I'm the only smart person on earth. It's unfair. When I say I'm the smartest person on earth, that's me generalizing. What I mean is, I'm the only smart person on earth. And you can't say, oh, fucking dickhead. Oh, really? Watch this one. Everybody says the Allies won World War II. Only one person has a grasp of reality. I say nobody won World War II. 100 million people dead. Who knows how many maimed? Trillions of dollars in damages and debts. Everyone lost World War II, you fucking retards. But I can understand why no human on earth can figure that out except for me, right? I mean, who could ever guess that the Allies lost too? It's kind of obvious. Humans can't be salvaged. I really shouldn't even waste my time with these diaries. I should just hang myself. You have no idea how difficult every minute of my life has been. But, sadly, I'm the strongest human who ever lived. It's a curse. So, what was the thing? So they arrest me a week later, and when they're telling me, I'm like, what was the charges? What are the charges? And I can't remember if they told me or because they often don't want to tell you what your charges are. That's one of the things cops like to do because they're fucking scumbags. Very dishonest. Actually, I don't think they did tell me what it was because I was pissed when I found out. And then I wrote a thing. I made a fake plaque for them. It was Worst Detectives of the Year, and I was going to drop it off at the precinct to make fun of them to all their peers. Because obviously all their peers are going to say, he's right, guys. You fucking just believe a fucking girlfriend who's already had him arrested and the charges dropped? You believe that shit? You fell for that shit? You guys didn't fucking figure anything out? Holy fuck, you arrested this guy for playing guitar in a show he was booked to play guitar in? You guys are idiots. They get so picked on by their coworkers. But I haven't dropped it off yet because I had also the bullshit dealings with that precinct. And I had to not burn those bridges fully yet. Although even the detectives, they'll get a kick out of it. It's a funny mockery of them. I always make fun of my cops. And they usually laugh it off because they can get away with murder, literally. So they didn't actually ever tell me, but when I found out, I was pissed. And remember, so this is like June of last year, 2010. Oh, it's almost a year now. Thank God time is flying because my only hope is dying of old age because I can't kill myself. I'm the greatest human who ever lived. I don't want to live. I don't want to live at all. I don't like anything about your planet for the most part. I don't like all the shit you like. I'm happier never fucking or kissing a girl again or ever eating again or showering or clipping my nails. All these mundane tasks of your life. I've never been attracted to living. And yet, I do it every day, even though it's like somebody's pouring gasoline on me and lighting me on fire every single day. Because remember, I'm just giving you a couple examples of hundreds of thousands of horror stories. So when I found out what I was charged with two things for two different dates. Actually, three. The first was for being at her workplace. She told him he came to my workplace and harassed me. The first day when I was hanging out with Super Cute talking to them and she came up to us. Total lie. Second date, when I was playing guitar and she came to fucking try and sabotage our set. And the third charge was supposedly for terrorizing her on the Governor's Island ferry. Now, if you remember, that couldn't even possibly make sense because the detectives came to look for me at Sidewalk Cafe the Monday prior to me bumping into Delfino on the Governor's Ferry to Figment Festival on Governor's Island. I already knew she had a warrant out for my arrest. That means I have to avoid police until I can resolve this and get the DA to realize this latest warrant is horseshit like the previous 3 attempts she had at arresting me. Until that warrant is killed, I have to hide from police, law enforcement, etc. I have to be, and I make sure I'm nowhere where Delfino or any of her friends find me or see me, because it's just one 911 call and I'm in jail for a couple days, being tortured illegally. And they'll set up, every time they arrest me now, half the time they arrest me now, they set bail. Where am I going to get another fucking $1,500 for bail? I don't have that kind of fucking money. My friends are sick of fucking bailing me out of jail. Do you understand? It's much worse than I'm keeping most of the details out for brevity. You have no idea the depth and the destruction that this shit causes a person's life. Yeah, maybe I'll get paid in the end. It's not worth it. It's destroying all my life, all my work, everything. So, wait, are we out of time here? This is going to be the end of... Why the fuck is this Apple? People can say a piece of shit. Oh, shit. Oh, wait, that's right. We'll almost at 15, are we? Man, this is such a pain in the ass. We should end also on a good point. There's going to have to be one more section. This is part 3. It's getting dizzy. Vertigo setting in. World spinning out of control. Delfino. We know that her thing doesn't make any sense because we knew that I was warned about a warrant for my arrest and the detectives were looking for me. So if I had seen her on the ferry, which we both agreed, would I go up to her and start screaming at her, knowing she just has to dial 911 and I'm in jail automatically? That defies common sense and logic. She had to be lying about it. End of part 3.